What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for Full Gear. Apologies for the delay in those reviews coming out extremely late. On the grand, these my wrestling reviews do jack shit terms of views anyway, so it's not really gonna matter. But yeah, overall, love the show. Great two amazing matches throughout the show. Couple that I won't lie, like a couple of them I wasn't really all that big on. We'll talk about those when we get there. And definitely those last two matches, Kenny versus John Moxley and Chris versus Cody, without a doubt the best parts. Proud and Powerful versus the Young Bucks was also really good. That was an amazing match. That was a great match as well. So yeah, let's just jump right in. So the first match on the card was the Young Bucks versus Proud and Powerful, Santana and Ortiz. Now, you guys know me. I watched JD. The man has praised these guys, LAX, what they were formerly known as back from their TNA days. He's praised these guys, said they're a great tag team. Now you guys know me. I only recently got into the Indies, and I only watch AEW and New Japan. Although I won't lie, I haven't been able to keep up with New Japan. I just can't, man. I just can't keep up with watching their shows. You know, they don't get weekly television, which kind of makes it hard for me to find the time for me to sit down and watch their shows. So I love New Japan, but I just can't find the time to watch it, honestly. So, but that's I got all the other shit I gotta do, so I don't have time to watch New Japan. So I literally just watch AEW and WWE. But anyway, he's praised these guys, so I was definitely looking forward to seeing this match, just to see Santana Ortiz really in action, really to get a good feel for these guys. I can definitely say that I'm definitely invested with these guys, and I'd like to see more of them. Now, I'm not going to come out and say, oh yeah, I love Proud and Powerful, LAX is amazing. They're a great tag team, and they worked great here with the Young Bucks, but I'm definitely more interested in them now, and I definitely want to see more of them, because they, very well, probably after a few more pay-per-view matches and more time I get to see them, guys will probably also hear me singing their praises later on, throughout their time in AEW. So, now you got one of my favorite spots in the match was there's this one spot where I forget which it was either Nick or Matt. One of them actually hit a super kick on one. I think it was like Santana, and the dude just starts he hits the super kick, and then the dude just starts vibrating or whatever, or gyrating forward, convulsing forward before he finally hits the floor, and Santana and Ortiz ended up getting the W with this one. Overall, great match. A lot of great tag team wrestling. I've definitely been a bit as soon as I started watching NXT. Definitely been a big guy on. I've been definitely really started to dig NXT tag team wrestling, especially when I saw the War Raiders, the Street Profits. Those guys, it was just great stuff and fantastic. This match was great, and yeah. Although later on in the match, there was also a couple times where Santana and Ortiz would fuck around with the Rock and Roll Express. Okay. I know I'm gonna get shit for this, but who the fuck is the Rock and Roll Express? Are they some old tag team from the 80s? Cause you guys know me. I'm only 19. I've only been watching wrestling since 2010, so I don't know these guys. So if any of y'all could elaborate, that'd be awesome. But anyway, they fucked around, and I don't know which one of it was. The dude with the long hair comes in there. This man looks like he's in his fucking 70s, and he's doing suicide dives. I was sitting there watching this old man doing fucking suicide dives and some other shit, and I'm like, Nani? How the hell old are you, man? You've got this 70-year-old man out here doing fucking suicide dives, and they look good, too. I'm like, fam, do you what? How are you this good too? But whatever the case may be, man, that was probably one of the best parts of the night, was just watching that unfold. So let's move on. Next up, we had Adam Hangman Page versus Pac, excuse me. Now, I won't lie, this was probably the weakest match on the card. It was still pretty good, but compared to the rest of the show, it was not as great as the rest of the matches. This and the triple threat match weren't really. They were probably the weakest matches, if you ask me. All the matches were all really good, but but definitely not as good as the Kenny Omega or Chris Jericho matches. Those were without the best on the card. Anyway, so one of my favorite spots, but I gotta say, Pac, those kicks he hit Adam Hangman Page with, my God, looked fucking devastating. Man looked like he was really putting his fucking all into them kicks. Looked really painful. Damn, I would not want to take those kicks from Pac. So anyway, Adam wins with dead eyes, and he wins the match 1, 2, 3. So now Adam Hangman Page back to his winning ways. Best thing he has is definitely cowboy shit, and Pac now has his first singles loss anyway in AEW. So let's go on to the next match, which was Shawn Spears versus Joey Janela. Also, this match was pretty good, but nothing really to write home about. I actually almost forgot this match was on the card before I remembered. Before I looked back at the card to make sure I got everything, and then I was like, oh shit, this match was there too. So yeah, guys. So yeah, that match wasn't like I mentioned before. All the matches like around the mid section of the card were pretty good, but just none of them were really, holy shit, this is great. It's definitely not as good as the stuff like Double or Nothing. All the matches in those were great. All out, there was a little bit of slow part in the middle part, but this one was probably the weakest middle part of the shows, right? This one, but anyway. Like I mentioned, for nothing really much to write home about. The only thing that was really memorable, at least for me, was when Shawn legit tied up Joey's hair into a knot with like the towels, and Joey legit had to pull his hair out there. Look nasty when you see some of the hair still dangling down from the ropes. Anyway, Shawn wins with C4, 1, 2, 3. So let's move on to the tag titles match. This match was pretty good. So this match, there was some crazy shit. There was this one spot where I mentioned this before, but I'll say it again. I fucking love the Lucha Bros, man. Especially Pentagon Jr. I love that man. Cero, miedo. I love that shit. Ray Phoenix, he's also great. The private party, I'm starting to dig him. SCU, So my God, this was just fucking ridiculous. So there was this one time where Ray Phoenix got an Irish whip, and then the dude saves himself by doing like a reverse 619. That was crazy. But probably the most ridiculous spot was where the black guy in SCU, Chris, I forget the dude's name. I legit can't remember the man's name, but whatever. The dude went to go over there to do like a dive because all the guys were starting to clump up together. Ray Phoenix, I'm pretty sure he kicked him in right in the face or kneed him right in the face. He ends up getting sent to the outside. Then one of the guys from Private Party does jumps off from the top rope and does like a little sideways spin until it lands right on top of everyone. Looked amazing. But then Ray Phoenix upstages all of them. The man bounces on the top rope, then lands on the second rope, then back on the top rope before he does some flips and lands on everybody. It looked amazing, man. Anyway, SCU wins this match, retains the tag titles. There's also this one part where Pentagon where there was a near fall. Pentagon started ranting and started chasing the ref. That was pretty fun. So anyway, after SCU wins the match, Lucha Bros give him a post-match attack. Pentagon, I was assuming was about to give one of them a package pile driver or something, but man brought out some chairs. And then the lights go out, come back on, there's a second Pentagon there, and they both do Cero, Miedo! And then they start beating each other, and it's revealed to be Christopher Daniel, of course, the guy that got injured during the tag tournament. So, yeah, let's move on to the next match. So next up, we got Riho versus Emi Sakura. Now, okay, you guys have seen me talk about my other AEW reviews. I mentioned how I've been I really did the Japanese that the AEW is focusing more as giving a spotlight to these Japanese wrestlers. These Joshi, I believe is what their style of wrestling is called. The female Japanese wrestlers, Joshi style. I've been really digging them. Most of them also because the fact they're Japanese and they're also great at wrestling. But I won't lie. After having to watch AEW for a while, watch their actually TV broadcast, I won't lie, a lot of them I haven't really been that big on. I haven't really dig Riho, for example. Now, I know that Riho is a fan favorite. She's over as hell with the crowd. People were cheering her on during, of course, when she won the AEW title. All throughout her times on the AEW television, as well as here. People were chanting let's go Riho. She's over. Now, I'm in the same camp as JD where I just I'm not really invested in Riho, and I think it's just because I just don't know her well enough, or maybe it's because she doesn't really have much to her in terms of character, which is the main difference between someone like Riho, versus, say, Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Io Shirai, because they all of them have their distinct identities, and their matches are just great. They also have amazing promo work. Asuka was always great, Lose ready for Asuka, and, she's just great in the ring. I love Asuka. You guys know how much I love Io Shirai, especially now when she turned heel. Great stuff. Kairi Sane I've also really dug. But Riho, for some reason, I could never really get that invested into until today. Now, I'm not completely invested into Riho right here, but I'm definitely a lot more so invested with Riho, and she's definitely starting to grow on me a lot more now. Because like I mentioned before, there's got to be something to her, because for God's sake, she's handpicked by Kenny Omega. So there's obviously something to this woman. There's obviously some credibility here, and she's of course the first AEW champ, which is probably all thanks to our man Kenny. But so yeah, now. This match was actually really good. This is probably the best match I've seen Riho in. Now, it makes sense because she's faced off against her mentor, Emi Sakura. Who, actually, gotta say, I won't lie, I'm a lot more interested in Emi Sakura after watching this match, after this match, than I am Riho, because there was this one part of the match where she's I'm pretty sure where she scratches at Riho's back, and she starts fake crying, and it's just fucking entertaining. It's hilarious, man. It was absolutely hilarious to watch, man. It was fucking hilarious. And, there was this one part in the match around the end of it where Emi and Riho are just countering each other's moves for good solid 10 seconds, and it was fantastic to watch, man. It was absolutely phenomenal to watch. I was just whoa, just seeing them counter and counter and counter and counter and counter. Riho ends up coming out with the victory. Of course, mentor, Emi Sakura ends up raising Riho's hand. She leads as, of course, sportsmanship and all that stuff. So, yeah, definitely great match. Definitely a lot more invested into Riho after watching it. And, overall great stuff here. And I can't wait to see more. But definitely, if you guys want to know who I'm probably the most invested into in the women's division for AEW, it's definitely Hikaru Shida. After I saw her on that one match on AEW television, instantly fell in love with that woman. I mean, I kind of liked her already just from her at All Out, just because I liked her outfit. But actually seeing her in the ring, outside of the match with Riho, I'm really digging Hikaru Shida, and I hope we see more of her. Definitely looking forward to seeing more of Hikaru Shida. I'm definitely my favorite without a doubt in the AEW women's division. Right, but I'll definitely say their women's division is definitely the weakest link. So, next up we have the main event, or I guess one of the main events. Chris Jericho versus Cody. This match was fucking awesome, man. I love this match. This match was amazing to watch. There were so many great moments here. Now there was this brutal blade spot from Cody. Cody ended up doing jumping off the top rope, and because the ramp is connected right next to the ring, Cody ends up missing Chris, or Chris dodges it, and he lands headfirst right into the ramp, and the man gets caught. My God, the gash looked fucking nasty, man. The man starts bleeding for a bit. Thankfully, they managed to stop the bleeding, and from there, but there was probably my favorite spot. My favorite spot in the night was when Chris goes over to Cody's mom. He's talking trash to her. She legit slaps him, and the crowd went fucking ballistic for that, man. Chris gets rammed into the barricade, and she slaps him again. Then Cody comes in there and hugs his mom afterwards. It was amazing, man. I loved every second of it. It was just amazing to watch, man. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. There was also this other spot that got the crowd really going crazy, was when he started doing some of his dad's move, where he did a bunch of punches together before he kind of moved his hand, before he kind of brought his hands together, did a little bit of shaking and hit a bionic elbow. The crowd went ballistic there once, because that was of course him paying tribute to his father, Dusty Rhodes. So that was great stuff. Just seeing Cody do it was just entertaining to watch. So Cody. So now the way this match ended was Chris, I guess, wins by submission. What happened was that MJF ended up throwing in the towel because and I gotta say, MJF, I love MJF, man. I fucking love MJF. The man is so good. If there's one matchup I would love to see solely for the promo work alone, it's MJF versus the Velveteen Dream. I would pay good money to watch that match, man, to watch the promos. Because those two would just bounce off each other beautifully. It would be entertaining just to see how MJF would tackle against the Velveteen Dream. That'd be entertaining as hell to watch. I'd pay good money for that. But anyway, So Cody is locked into the Lion's Tamer, that second Walls of Jericho that Chris usually does sometimes, depending on the opponent. Some people want to do it, some people don't want to do it, so that's why he has that and the Walls of Jericho. He has the Lion's Tamer locked in, and then he starts to get really deep into it, and because MJF is the guy on his corner. MJF is just sitting there like he's just in shock and fear, just feeling so helpless. Like, what do I do? What do I do? Eventually, we see him pull out a towel, and he has it right there, Matt. But he's just like, Cody, Cody, and he just doesn't know what to do. He eventually throws in the towel, and of course, Cody loses the match. Now, of course, the stipulation with this match was that if Cody couldn't win, he would never challenge for the AEW title again. Now, I actually thought there was going to be a bit of a fuck finish because I was like, oh, no way that Cody's going to lose this clean. Because Cody, after that promo Cody gave last week or this week, Cody just proved why he should challenge for the AEW title. Why he should challenge for it. So I don't know why, but that's it. Now, of course, it was like, oh, he's an executive vice president, so he shouldn't get title shots when Cody's one of the best guys there. I was like, no way, it's gonna end in a fuck finish because there's no way Cody will not challenge the AEW and win the title eventually because he's Cody Rhodes, he's so good. And that promo he gave you this week or last week proved just why he deserves to eventually become AEW champion. But he lost clean, or he lost clean. So. Now, could this mean that Cody is indeed semi-retiring, and most of the time when he's in the ring, he's mostly just focusing on getting other guys over? Very possible. Or now maybe he can do in that, stay more of a behind-the-scenes role. I do hope eventually he gets the AEW title because the man fucking deserves it. But yeah, so anyway, after that, Cody, MJF starts pleading with Cody, apologizing, like, I'm sorry, Cody, I'm sorry. And the dude has tears in his eyes too, just to make it, feel that much more believable. As MJF's like, I'm sorry, Cody, I'm sorry. He's on his knees, begging and pleading with Cody. Cody just kind of sits there, just kind of pacing around, trying to, just sinking all this in about what happened. He eventually picks MJF up, and then he hits Cody with a low blow, betraying him, and my god, JR on commentary was fucking amazing. The man's like, oh god damn it, you little bastard, you! How dare you! Why would you do that? I'm sorry, my JR impression kind of sucks. But man, JR is this just showed you why JR is one of the best guys in the business ever to do commentary. That was amazing. His commentary there when MJF betrayed Cody was it was fantastic to watch, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic to watch. So yeah. Then from there, MJF lose. Now I don't know if this was legit a plant separated or a fan was legit that pissed off, but someone actually throws their drink at MJF while he's making his way up the ramp. He looks at the guy, the dude starts screaming at him, and he throws his cup at him. And JR was like, I don't recommend you do that. So I mentioned before, I don't know if that was a plant. It very well could have been a plant to really sell, MJF being this new heel. I mean, he's always been a heel, but now he's really a heel. Now he's really a heel. Or legit a fan was that pissed off. I honestly hope it's a second option because that man, that would just be given that next bit of realism. But whatever the case may be, amazing heel turn for MJF, or I guess, I don't know what you call it because MJF is a heel, but whatever you call it, it was amazing stuff. So then we had, I guess, the real main event, if you want to call it that. The lights out unsanctioned match between Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega. Jesus fucking Christ, these men are fucking insane. I don't know if I was watching AEW or fucking ECW. I was sitting there what is wrong with you two? Oh my god, there was a legit a board with mouse traps on, and they saw his back. Now I thought there was gonna be thumbtacks in chair, because what usually have these Extreme Rules matches. No. It was broken glass! Legit broken glass! When I saw that, I was like, oh my god, and everyone's saying, you sick fuck! You sick fuck! And, I'm with you like that. I'm like, y'all are some sick motherfuckers for doing this shit. There was this one spot where I'm pretty sure it was John. He takes a piece of broken glass and starts slicing the inventory. Oh my god, I'm cringing right now recording this as I speak. But there were these scenes where he was legit cutting the middle parts of your fingers, that little webbing there, cutting each of them his fingers, and my God, my man was cringing, man. Man was fucking cringing at that, ladies and gentlemen. I was cringing so hard. There was another scene. There was this other part where John or Kenny landed on the broken glass, and his back started bleeding like crazy. There was also this other one where Kenny had John. I'm pretty sure it was Kenny. Had John Moxley wrapped up in some chains, and his feet were off the ground. So the damn near man was damn near hanging him. And it wasn't just a match. There were so many insane moments in the match that I couldn't go over all of them. But so let's stop at the ending, and then we'll end it, and then we'll end the video. So the ending. So then John Moxley starts to legit take off all the protectiveness of the ring, the canvas, everything until it's just nothing but wood, nothing but hard wood. He hits Kenny with the dirty deeds, 2 count. Kenny hits John with the dirty deeds, 2 count. Then John manages to land I don't know what it was called, I think it was an elevated dirty deeds. Anyway, he lifts Kenny up in the air for a bit, and then drops him head first on the wood and pins him 1, 2, 3. Kenny also went for a Phoenix drop, I think it's called, or a Phoenix diver, whatever the move's called. That move he does off the top rope. He landed head first on the wood, and my God, I was a little concerned for him. So yeah. So John wins the match after that, and that's the first time I must say I fucking hate John Moxley's normal ring attire, the one where they're the shorts. I hate it. It looks so unnatural. Now maybe because I'm so used to his Dean Ambrose attire, always coming out in street clothes, that when he actually wears wrestling gear, it looks off. But even without the whole stuff with him as Dean Ambrose, it still looks hella unnatural for him, and it just looks weird. But when he's wearing the pants, it looks natural. He looks good. So I honestly wish John would just stick to the pants only and not the shorts, because the shorts he looks ridiculous in. The pants he looks natural in. But that's just my opinion. You guys could think differently. So yeah, man. Whoa. This show's crazy. Started off pretty good. Middle kind of slid a little bit, but the ending made it. But the ending was fucking fantastic match. The Riho match was really good. Chris Jericho versus Cody was amazing, as well as John Moxley versus Kenny. That match was just batshit insanity. So yeah, overall I give this show a 9 out of 10, guys. So tell me down below what y'all thought. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Tell me all that down below, guys, and hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you like, at least down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.